Happy Friday. Welcome to Yoga Core. My name is Devonna for those of you I have not met. And for everyone else, thank you again for coming every Friday. Today we're going to start in a seat, which is great because most of you are already in a seat. So whatever seat feels comfortable for you, don't worry about perfection or anything. Just start in a nice, comfortable position because we're going to work on breath work. So just get in your comfortable seat and then invitation to close your eyes when you're ready. But we just kind of want to bring the focus to our internal world. So first we can start to focus on the physical. So just feel both of your sit bones in the earth on your yoga mat. Now I want you to just kind of take note of your spine. If you're slouching over, try to straighten the spine, let the shoulders relax. Try to keep your chin up, like not quite down or not looking up. So you just want your cervical spine straight. Very good. Alignment is nice because I want us to stay grounded, but also present. So we're going to try to keep the energy up right now, but you can keep your palms facing down on the knees, or you can keep the palms facing up to honor the energy of keeping our energy up. So, anyways, with that said, eyes closed, try to just leave whatever you carried in at the door. It doesn't have to be negative or positive. It's just, it is what it is. We just want this 45 minutes just to focus on you. And we're going to try to bring the awareness down a little to our internal world. If you have any racing thoughts or anything, just try to allow the thoughts to be, and then we're going to bring the awareness to our breath. So try to let these next couple minutes for you just to be still. I know it's kind of hard to not fidget, especially when you come to yoga. You kind of just want to move. But for these next few minutes, we're just going to have some stillness and we're only going to focus on the breath. So release whatever breath you have. Maybe just exhale out of your mouth. Just nice little sigh of relief. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Very good. Now we're going to start to intentionally slow the breath down. So this is pranayama practice, which is a huge part of my vinyasa yoga teachings. So the breath moves with our poses. So it's really important for us to get a hold of the breath. And we're going to be here for 7 breaths. So if you feel like, when are we going to start moving? We do have an end time. So let's just let this next few moments for us to slow down. Release whatever breath you have now. And then next time you inhale, I want you to take in a little bit more air through your nostrils. If you can envision yourself breathing from the belly, take in all that air as it starts to come up through the heart, into the throat, maybe up into your crown. Just take in a full breath. Hold that breath. And then you can exhale gently out. You can gently part the lips. Just let everything go. Every last drop out of your body. We're going to do that 6 more times. Take your time in this breath work practice. Next time you take an inhale, take in a little bit more air. Allow your spine to lengthen. Allow the heart to lift a little bit. Bringing in all that good oxygen. And then when you exhale, you're letting everything out of your body that's stored up, yucky waste, yucky energy. Just let every last drop go. So we have 5 more breaths to go. So this is your time to really slow down and connect with yourself here. This also can help bring peace into your being. And just breathe with intention. Try not to rush through the breath. Try not to think of what's happening next. Try not to be distracted by anything in the external world. This is your practice. So honor yourself. 4 more breaths to go. nice and slow, clearing out all that energy through the breath. 3 more to go. Take your time. Each round of breath, you want to try to bring in a little bit more air, a little more goodness into your body. And then when you exhale, you want all that stuff out of your body. So just let this be a softening release for you. 2 more breaths to go. Full inhalation, take in all the time, growing those lungs, growing so strong, and then releasing everything out. Now, very gently start to open your eyes. We're going to take a comfortable seat, which it seems like most of us are in. So, just a nice cross legged seat right now, or you can take a butterfly pose. So, it's up to you, whatever you want. We're just going to kind of stretch the side ribs here and still work with our breath. I'm going to take a cross legged seat because that's what feels good for me. But just make sure both of your sit bones are on the mat, spine is straight. You're going to inhale the arms overhead and then exhale. We're going to do that 3 times together. So inhale, gaze follows fingertips, takes in some more air. Exhale, kind of like a French press, pressing coffee down, palms coming down. 2 more times. Inhale. And one more breath, biggest breath so far. Inhale. Gaze can follow fingertips. Keep breathing. And then exhale, this time with a little bow. You don't have to bow all the way down to the ground. Just whatever feels good for you. Take 2 breaths here. Your main focus here is to just stay connected with your breath. So that's the whole part of this practice. Take 1 more full breath. Stay for that exhale. Inhale to roll the spine up, shoulders come up. Maybe let the head drop back on your exhale. Now we're going to stretch the side left rib cage. So you want to bring your right forearm, slide that to the right of you, and then inhale the left arm up, kind of like you're scooping. And then exhale to kind of soften into this bend. You can look up at your left arm or down. But then inhale to move to the other side, left forearm down, and then exhale to come into this bend. So if you notice the theme here, we're still moving with our breath. So really stretch with that right hand. Inhale up, arms overhead, exhale to the left. We're going to do this 2 or 3 more times just so that you guys have this connection with your breath. So try not to rush through poses or try not to shorten your breath. Breathing is extremely crucial in our just not only life, but yoga practice. So just move. You can even close your eyes here. Just move in a way that feels natural. And if you move too fast, you might get lightheaded. So it's really good that we just clear all that stuck energy in our body. Take 1 more breath. Now we'll bring our hands to our heart. Close your eyes here. We'll take a breath together as a community, inhaling through the nostril and exhaling chin to chest, bow of gratitude for you, for your fellow yogis, just for this beautiful practice. And now we'll start to move. So we're going to make our way into a tabletop now. So tabletop, you want your wrists under your shoulders. And you want your knees under your hips. Your spine is flat here. From here, I want you to take a breath, working with breath. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Spread the hands nice and wide here. Now we're moving into cow pose. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze all the way up and lift the tailbone. And then when you exhale, you're exhaling into an angry cat. So you're pushing the mat away. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tail, gaze all the way up, stretch your throat. Exhale. Inhale. I invite you to close your eyes here and move in a way that feels organic for you. So everyone else is going to look different. It's okay if you look to others for inspiration, but this is your yoga practice. So I invite you to just move in a way that feels good. For me, I naturally want to make kind of hip circles in my cat cows because I love hip work. But sometimes you might need a little spinal love. So you can make like figure eights with your spine. If you're somebody who works at a desk or just having wrist sensitivity issues, you can turn your fingers towards your knees so that you get a little wrist stretch here. We're going to be here for about 4 or 5 breaths. So this is more opportunity for you to really just connect with your breath and with your own body and what feels good. So inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the tail, exhaling cow pose, spinal curve. What feels good, doesn't matter how it looks. I like to encourage more exaggerate and spontaneous movement because I also work with Kundalini energy. So it's kind of more like spontaneous and just more fluid. But you work with whatever feels good for you. Simple cat and cow is plenty. That's all you want today. Little spine and core. About 2 more full breaths. More importantly, focusing on the breath. So if you were to even just be in tabletop breathing, I would rather you do that than shorten your breath and rush through poses. 1 more full cycle. And now we're going to take a child's pose. So toes touching, let your knees be as wide as you would like, depending on what your body wants. For me, I like to have my knees nice and wide because I love a good hip opening in the beginning of class, but let your forehead come down to the mat. If it doesn't make it down to the mat, you can use a block or you can use anything that's going to help bring your head a little closer. And then when you take an inhale, lengthen the fingertips towards the top of your yoga mat. And then when you exhale, just let the chest kind of fall softly towards the mat. Take 2 more deep, full, nourishing breaths here. You can also rock your forehead left and right on the mat and help bring a little clarity into our practice. Take another breath. Next time you inhale, press back up into tabletop. You can move through a cat and cow if that feels natural for you. But we're going to stay in tabletop and we're going to work on some balancing. We're going to move into bird dog. So first from tabletop, hands are spread nice and wide, wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under the hips, spine is flat. Now inhale the left leg out, let the toes point down and try to keep the ankle aligned with the knee and the hip here. So you can stay here if you want, or if you want to add a little intensity, inhale the right hand up like you're shaking someone's hand. Let your gaze be towards the top of your yoga mat. Take 3 breaths. This is core activating and balancing. So just stay patient with yourself and breathe. 2 more breaths. Inhaling to lengthen. Activate the core on your exhale. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. Now release your right palm and left knee. Move through a cat and a cow, or just catch your breath in a tabletop. So now we'll move to the other side. So just make sure your knees are under your hips, wrists under shoulders. Right leg comes out, right toes pointing down, ankle, knee, and hip are aligned. Inhale the left hand up like you're shaking somebody's hand. Now inhale to lengthen arm and leg. Stay for the exhale, engage the core. 2 more breaths. Stay for the exhale. Last breath. Stay for the exhale. Release your palm, release your knee. Come back in the child's pose for 2 breaths. Take another full inhale, full exhale. Inhale back into a tabletop. We're going to curl the toes and exhale the hips up for down dog. But you can keep the knees slightly bent here so the spine is straight. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. So you can pedal out your dog. Try to lift the tailbone with bent knees. Let the head be loose. Maybe shake out some yeses and some nos. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Put some focus on the hands and feet here. 3 breaths to go. You can inhale on your tippy toes and exhale to drop the heels. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more breath. Stay for the exhale. You're going to inhale and roll your spine into plank pose. Then you're going to exhale to drop the knees, chest and chin. You're an 8-limbed pose. It's a funky pose. Inhale to press your heart up for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to look up at the top of your mat. Empty your lungs and then walk lightly towards the top of your yoga mat. Inhaling with a flat spine, halfway lift. Exhaling into our first forward fold. Your knees can be bent here. You can grab opposite elbows if you want. You can sway left and right. Let the head be heavy. When you inhale, try to lengthen the tailbone towards the sky. Then when you exhale, try to fold a little deeper if you can. That's what your body allows today. But like I said, breath is way more important. So just focus on full inhalations, full complete exhalation. You can release the grip if you're in a rag doll. We're going to slightly bend the knees and we're going to inhale 1 vertebrae at a time. We're taking our time coming up, head and head and arms come last. Arms overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, arms overhead, taking our time as we breathe. Stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. We're taking freedom breath. So 2 more times. We're just inhaling arms overhead. We're taking in more air. Then the last round. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale, arms up. Stretch, breathe, stretch, breathe. Keep breathing. Exhale. Hands to heart. mountain pose. You can close your eyes here. You can also put the focus on the feet. So kind of just lift up the toes, maybe come on the sides of your feet on the insides. Just put some energy and love into your feet in this mountain pose. Just feel nice and rooted through the feet, tall in the spine. Just take a nice, clear, long breath here. And now we're going to inhale our arms overhead and we're going to exhale into chair pose. 3 breaths here. So inhale to lengthen the arms, exhale, sit back a little deeper here. 2 breaths. Inhale to lengthen the arms, exhale, sit. Take another breath. Exhale and then fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to plant the hands and exhale back into plank pose. Take a breath in plank. Drop the knees on your exhale. Come down nice and slow with that same exhale. And then inhale a baby cobra. Now exhale your forehead down and stay down. I just got to put my glasses on, so don't mind me. So we're going to work on our cobra setup here. So just keep the forehead down here. So for cobras, yeah, so if everyone can just keep down, we're not working right now. We're working on our setup. So forehead down. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to work on the hands. So spread your hands nice and wide. Nope, just stay down. Yeah, sorry, you guys. Everyone stay down. We're working on our cobra setup and then we're going to take 3 cobras. So yes, good. So I don't want any muscles used right now. So like I said, if your forehead can be down, down. And now spread your hands nice and wide, your fingers nice and wide. And then bring your hands down so that they're near your floating rib cage. So your elbows are going to be up at like a 90-degree angle. And now press the toenails into the mat. And you can have the feet zipped together like a tail, or if they don't zip together, that's fine. They can be separate. So forehead is down. Next time you inhale, inhale to peel the heart up. Try using just your low back muscles, maybe even floating the hands. Look up a little, and then exhale that forehead down. We're going to do this 3 more times. So we're getting some nice back strengthening here and some heart opening. So inhale the heart up, peel up a little bit more, pressing the toenails into the mat, maybe looking up. And then exhale, forehead down. 3 more times. Inhale, peel up a little bit more. Try using just your low back. Exhale down. Inhale, peel up the heart, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down. Now we can inhale and straighten the arms fully. So we're lifting everything up like a full cobra. And then we're exhaling into down dog. Take 1 big breath here. You can pedal out your dog. Inhale to look up at the top of your mat. Empty your lungs and walk towards the top. Maybe less steps this time. Inhaling, halfway lift. Fold on the exhale. Bend the knees and inhale into chair pose. Sit down on the exhale. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Mountain pose. Just take a reset here. And we're going to go through one more sun salutation A. So inhale, arms overhead. If you want a teeny back bend, you can. Exhale down. I like a little swan dive. Inhale to a halfway lift. Step back for plank. And you can lower down, shoulders over wrists, nice and slow. And then inhale, cobra. Heart up. Exhale, down dog. So we're going to move from down dog, but first we're going to take a breath. So just breathe here. Try to catch your breath. Try to slow the breath. Now we're going to inhale the right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, but step that right foot through the center of your two hands. Release the left knee to the ground. Uncurl the left toes. We're coming into modified lunge. And the lunge doesn't have to be super intense right away, but if you do want some intensity, you can inhale the arms up and you can exhale to bend a little deeper into the right knee. Maybe take a small back bend by looking up at the ceiling, cactusing your arms. Take 3 breaths. Two more. Last breath here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, frame that right foot. Lift up the left knee. You're in a low runner's lunge now. So the left palm is going to come on the inside of the right foot. We're going to open up the right arm to the sky for an easy twist for 3 breaths. Two. Last breath. On twist, frame the foot, drop the left heel down, and we're opening up into a warrior 2. So bending into the right knee. Take 3 breaths here. Let the right knee point towards the right pinky toe so your hips are open, shoulders relaxed. Your yoga gaze is through your right fingertips. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Stay for that exhale. Reverse warrior, keeping the bend in your right knee. And then we're going to exhale the hands down, framing that right foot, stepping the right foot back for plank. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, down dog. One more side to go. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot through the center of your hands. Take your time setting up for low lunge. So the right knee is on the ground. Your right foot is uncurled. And you can decide if you want to stay here for 3 breaths or if you want a little intensity and heat. Inhale the arms up, maybe take a baby back bend for 3 breaths. Two more. Last breath. Inhale up, frame that left foot on your exhale. So we're moving into that low runner's lunge twist. So right knee comes up, right palm down, inhale, left arm up. Take 3 breaths. One more breath. Now when you exhale, frame that left foot again. You're going to drop the right heel down as we open up to warrior 2 on the left. So you're bending into the left knee. Right heel, right foot is flat, left knee pointing towards left pinky toe, shoulders relaxed. 3 breaths. 2 more. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior, reaching all the way back, and then cartwheeling the hands down as we step back into plank. Exhaling to lower down to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands or feet towards your hands. Take your time coming into stand. You can bring your arms overhead if you want. Exhale. hands to heart. Very good, you guys. Now we're just going to do a balancing tree pose, and then we're going to come down for a little grounding for the time that we have left. So yeah, drink some water if you need. Maybe I should have offered that a while ago, but these classes go by so fast. All right, so we're gonna balance on the left foot today. So when we were in mountain pose and I was having us like take note of the feet, so we're gonna do that here too. So pick up the left foot so your toes are floating, and then bring them down so that your foot kind of makes like a suction cup. And now, so that's our standing leg. Our left leg is nice and rooted. Now we're coming into tree. So your tree can be just a little baby tree, maybe at your ankle. Maybe you want to by your calf. Just whatever you do, don't let it press into your knee, and just find the tree you want to be today. You can also take a half lotus type hot yoga style tree. Whatever your body is calling for. I practice a lot of hot yoga, so I naturally want to take a hot yoga tree. But the point of the focus is to balance and tune in with you. So try not to be distracted by anyone else, because I find when I start to like my mind wanders or whatever, I start to fall out, and that's okay. We're human beings. If you do, just get right back where you left off. Now we're going to be here for 5 breaths. So really just root in through that left foot. Stay connected with yourself, not any other source but you. You can even practice this when you're like doing your dishes, because I do. It's good to practice yoga all over in the world and life. It's also good to balance, especially as we are aging every year around the sun. We need to kind of stay strong against this whirlwind of life. 2 more breaths. Also, if you are wobbling, just know that you're growing strength in the best ways. So be so happy for your body for that. 1 more breath. Now release the right foot. Shake out the balancing foot. Now we're going to move to the right side. So each side might feel a little bit different. So we're going to pick up the foot and then bring the toes down so we make that little suction cup and work with this tree on this side. Maybe choosing different arm variation than last time, just to kind of keep things just a little spicy in your life. Try something new, shock the body maybe. 5 breaths. Your drishti, your yoga gaze, be something still, like the floor in front of you or the tip of your nose. That's always a good point of focus for your yoga practice, is some still point. 2 more breaths. Hands to heart. Release the left foot. Shake out the balancing, and we're going to take one last flow to our bellies. So we're going to inhale, arms up. We're going to exhale, chair pose. This is Sun B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back for plank. Inhale. Now we're going to exhale to low plank, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, up dog, knees floating. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot through the center of your hands. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back into down dog. Step that left foot through on an inhale, warrior one. Exhale down. Plank pose on your inhale. Now we're going to come down to the belly. For belly shavasana, you can also make a forearm little stack and bring your forehead down. Just rest. 5 breaths here of rest. Good to get a little heat build up, honoring the practice, honoring the day. It's a good job for maybe doing things that you aren't so comfortable with, which is kind of a part of yoga practice. Even showing up to your mat can sometimes feel a little uneasy, but that's why it's just more important to show up for things that might make you uncomfortable. That's kind of where all the growth happens, which is a good thing for us. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Start to feel your heartbeat kind of come to a neutral pace. Feel the peacefulness of your belly breathing into the earth. We're moving into half frog next. Not doing pigeon today, but if you really need a pigeon, you can go ahead and move into your pigeon pose. Otherwise, from your belly, bring your left cheek onto the mat, cactus your arms, and then bring out the right knee at a 90-degree angle. So you're in half frog pose. So your gaze is towards the bent knee. There you go. Do whatever feels good for your body. If it feels good for you to straighten out that right leg a little bit more, go ahead. But just let this natural stretch of the groin happen just through your breath. Like the deeper, longer you breathe, the better your muscles respond and they realize, hey, it's safe. I'm okay. I can let go. Let's take 3 more breaths here. One more breath. Before we move to the other side, you're going to keep the right knee bent, and then you're going to bring your palms into the mat, and then you're going to inhale to lift up the heart, and then gaze up and look up, and then exhale, let the head drop back. Just a little more intensity in that stretch. Then come down nice and slow. Bring that right leg back. And then we're just going to switch here. So left knee comes out 90-degree angle. Right cheek comes down so your gaze is towards the bent knee, but also close your eyes here. So the gaze doesn't have to be like, your eyes don't have to be open. It could be like your metaphorical gaze. Take 5 breaths here. Two more full, long, luxurious breaths. Only when you fully exhaled that last breath, you're going to bring those hands out into the mat as you inhale to press your heart up. Lift up the heart, lift up the gaze, let the head drop back. Feel that intensity in the stretch. And then come down nice and slow. And then we're going to make our way onto our backs. We're just going to take a little bridge pose here. So we want to bring the heels towards the sacrum as close as you can, and then let your hands be pressed down into the earth. Keep the chin towards the chest, and then inhale to lift up the pelvis. And then you can walk the shoulder blades together and clasp your hands underneath. 3 breaths here. You can inhale on the tippy toes. 2 more. Press up a little higher. Press that pelvis all the way up. Feel some core engagement. 1 more breath. Release the grip if you have one. Roll down 1 vertebra at a time. And then we're going to bring the soles of our feet together for reclined butterfly. You can put your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly, or you can bring your arms overhead, or just do whatever you want with your hands. Take 5 breaths here. It's a good time to come back to our pranayama breathing from the beginning of class. Just nice, slow, intentional, where your only focus is the breath. Let it clear you. Let it move all the uckiness that's stored in our physical and mental and our spirit. Had 2 more breaths to go here. Once you're fully exhaled, bring your hands on the outsides of your knees and very gently close your legs up like you're closing a book. We're going to keep the knees up, and we're going to take a figure 4 legs into our spinal twist. So just place your right ankle on top of the left knee. Cactus your arms here. Then we're going to drop the knees to the right and gaze to the left for 3 breaths. So with your right foot on top of the left knee, you're kind of helping it bring it closer to the ground, if that feels good. 2 more breaths. Then when you fully exhaled, inhale the legs up, bring that right foot down, and then bring the left ankle on top of your right leg, and then drop all of the knees, both knees to the left, all of your guys' knees to the left. Gaze to the right, and then so the left foot is kind of like pressing the right leg down. Take 3 breaths here. One more full breath. Complete exhalation. Uncross the knees. Take up some space here, like a 5-pointed star. Maybe roll your wrists and your ankles around. And then take your final pose of the sequence, Shavasana, best pose ever. Let your toes point opposite directions, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Try to be still here. I know that I say this is the best pose ever, but believe it or not, I feel like most people struggle with Shavasana the most because it's really hard to give yourself permission to be still and rest without thinking, what's happening next? My to do list, all that stuff. So just try to give yourself just a full minute of peace. If you feel your mind start to wander, you have the power to just bring it back to the breath. I'll let you know when it's time to move. But for now, just focus on grounding that energy into earth, kind of leaving whatever things you're carrying on your shoulder, leave it right here. And Mama Earth will take it away for you. Try to let the jaw not be clenched here. If you're clenching your teeth, just try to let the face muscles be soft. And keep your eyes closed. If you're ready to start to move on with your day, just start to make some gentle movements with your body. We are going to close practice right here on our backs, so please don't feel rushed. If you want to take a little longer Shavasana, take all the time and move nice and slow into the next phase of life. And thank you guys so much for coming to yoga today and mostly showing up for yourself. So be happy for yourself and your heart and your body. And thank you so much, you guys. Namaste.